Now that we found our precious bag, now it's time for the holidays to begin. Yay, yay, yay! On this episode, we'll shake things up a little bit. So come with us to watch the multi-award winning musical play Hamilton at the Victoria Palace Theatre. For this trip, we took the train, and I'm going to be walking with you and also telling you some interesting stuff. So talking about shaking things up a little bit in here, I will let you in of what the family of addicts and the addict have to go through on a daily basis, or what they have to go through in order to support their children who are addicted. I will read to you some of the letters that they have written to me. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. So this post was written by somebody who who is living with an addiction. A year ago today, the most important thing in my life was fentanyl and heroin, or anything else that I could have gotten my hands on. Please note that this is written by an addict themselves. I was lost, and I thought the drugs would heal everything inside me and make everything better. I never wanted to feel anything. Nothing scared me. I blamed a lot of things in my life on other people instead of my own doing. I never took any responsibility for anything. It was never my fault. I blamed everyone else but myself. Drugs to me were my lifeline. Even the multiple times I woke up from an overdose, I would go right back out and test my body and my life again, knowing deep inside that I really never wanted to wake up. Every time I used, I didn't care if it was my last day. The drugs made me so ugly inside and out. The people I've hurt and used, I could never take back what I did. I'm only 19 years old, but I've seen things nobody should see. The pain that I've caused on my family and friends, they will never forget the unknown of not knowing if I was dead or alive in my addiction. But here I am, a whole year later, sober. It's crazy to see life differently without a blind over my eyes. The beautiful things that I've missed as a sister, daughter, and a friend. But now I'm making those new beautiful memories. My baby sister never has to worry. My older siblings will never have to wonder if I'm going to end up in a ditch somewhere unalived. And my mother will never have to bury another child. My mother was my biggest and most important supporter. I have put her through hell and back, but not once did she ever block me out or stop checking on me regardless of a call or text back. Getting sober was the best thing I've ever done for myself and my family. I have met a man at the rehab who is the love of my life. Never have I met a man with so much love to give. He has become one of the most important people in my life, and he's the man that I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. So, here is to 1 year sober. Yes, we do recover. I never thought I could do it, but I did. But if I can do it, so can you. I surrendered. I was tired, and I was tired of being tired. Tired of all the life that comes with being an addict. So tired of waking up sober, then 10 minutes later, I'm right back at it. I was tired of all the pain and sorrow. I was tired of everything. I just want to thank everyone who played an important role in my recovery. And while I was away at my recovery center, I also got a lot of assistance, and I also got my stuff together. I love everybody so much, and I'm so blessed for the many people in my life. I can't wait to keep growing and learning and doing it sober. Thank you for the support. That is a remarkable story of a young lady who turned her life around and is now living sober. So, to just say, addicts do recover. And now I'll share another story with you of a young man who's currently in rehab. And this is a message from their parent. Or this is what transpired in this parent's day. And they're just telling us about it. So my son called today, and to be honest, when I saw the rehab number, I instantly got anxiety. A million thoughts went through my head as the phone was ringing. I contemplated on answering it. I said, "Hello?" My son was on the other line, and he said, "Mom, I only have a couple of minutes to talk. I wanted to tell you that I'll be going to sober living after rehab. I want you all to know that I'm taking it serious this time. I need this to work, Mom. And I've tried to tell everyone that he loved them and said for his birthday, maybe we can bring his son down. I know I can change tomorrow, but for tonight I will sleep good. I pray this will work for him. We have totally stuck by our boundaries this time," said the mother. On Monday, my son went back to rehab and I refused to call and set it up. I refused to give him a ride because he said he wanted to go to a specific rehab that is 4 hours away and it's not local. I told him we've done 12 hours away and we've done 5 hours away. 4 hours away. If you really want to go and make it work, you set it up. You figure it out all out. I would have taken him. Just wasn't sure how serious he was. This conversation took place on Friday, so he did. Monday, he called an Uber and got to the rehab he chose, only to blow a 5. When he arrived at the facility, they sent him straight to the hospital in fear of a seizure or stroke. After one night in ER, he is now at the rehab. Now I just need prayers, please, and I pray that this works. Part of me is so angry that he keeps falling back, but part of me also feels sorry for him. His son's mom is in big trouble with the law, drugs, and guns. So my husband and I have filled a guardianship for our 6-year-old grandson. The last thing I want to do is to raise another child. Although we have him 80% of the time anyway, but I don't want him to be with mom until she gets it together or dad can prove that he can live sober as a parent. He has some work to do. He was sober for 5 months and it was amazing to watch how tentative he was to his son. It helped my husband build our new home. He went to work. His son's school field trip. Why does he have to throw all of that away? Well, the important part is that he is where he needs to be without force, and we need prayer that he uses the tools to give him the strength and the power to stay sober. We are hoping that he stays sober and he fights through this disease.